The infectious madness of Dr. Dekker is an intriguing murder mystery where you take on the role of a psychologist who has to take on the patients of the recently killed Dr. Dekker. You need to uncover the truth of this murder and find out which one of these people committed the crime. Now, a game made up entirely of full motion video conversations may sometimes struggle to hold your attention, but here things are presented in an engaging way. Your view doesn't stay static and creative camera shots keep you glued to the screen. It kinda reminds me of the sitcom Peep Show in the way that it makes a first person view of a conversation entertaining.
I watched that Bill Murray film, Groundhog Day, to see if there's any clues.
Each patient has a story to tell, and every single one of them leaves you wanting to know more as you dive into their minds and uncover each of their unique conditions and their personal relationships with the dead Dr. Dekker. The line between reality and the supernatural is blurred, as every patient claims to have some kind of special power. They hit you with bizarre revelations, leaving you not knowing what's real and whether you yourself are starting to slip into the madness. And it soon becomes clear that Dekker himself wasn't so squeaky clean. Trying to get the facts of a murder investigation is hard when you can't tell what's real and what's in your patients' heads. The tone has a dark, creepy, often sexy vibe, and it helps that all of the acting is superb. You really feel like you're getting to know these people and all of their different mannerisms as you become attached to their problems. You can tell just from their faces when they're angry, when what you say pleases them, or when they're flirting.
I like dancing around in my underwear. Sometimes less.
Oh my god!
You've got two options to move along a conversation. The first is by using set questions. These are your straightforward responses and the main way of driving on the story. Answers to them are usually quite short, keeping things moving in a nice flow, as the topics can change quickly. Occasionally you're asked a question, which you can reply to however you want, but remember that this will affect the direction that the story takes and your eventual outcome. Your other option though is to type out the questions directly using an on-screen keyboard, to try and dig deeper into something that you may have picked up on in what was said. However, this mechanic can be a bit hit and miss, as sometimes it feels like trial and error, finding the specific phrase that the game wants to see to unlock dialogue. You can of course at any point replay clips to remind you of what was said, and can switch between any of the available patients at any time, so when you're getting tired of one, you can switch to another so you are less likely to get bored.
Sometimes I see a girl standing behind you. I don't know who it is.
Once you've squeezed enough information out of each of them, you can advance the day and move on to the next session. There's surprises along the course of the 5 chapters, and it's really worth playing through multiple times. By answering differently and by delving deeper into patients' insanity, you'll get a different outcome. Even the eventual killer won't be the same each time, so you never quite know who did it. And for the pieces of dialogue that are always the same in every playthrough, you can skip at the touch of a button, so you don't have to sit listening to the same thing twice. My main criticism though is actually with the final accusation part. It comes out of nowhere as if the game's decided, well, you've had enough time, who do you think the killer is? The story ends without having any kind of climax, and then it's over, often leaving more questions than answers. There's not that thrilling ending that a good murder mystery should have.
So one day, Tom decided to base jump without a parachute. Can you guess what happened? He did die. He was hit by a rock from further up the mountain. He never got to fly.
This is my third Wales interactive game after The Bunker and Late Shift. All 3 are fun experiences and show that full motion video still has a place in gaming, and is still a great way of telling a story and drawing you in. As always, thanks for watching. Bye.